Hi there. Welcome back. We took a little week off for spring break. I hope that was enjoyable. Hope you got some rest. And if you're working on some other classes, maybe you can catch up on all of them and submit some assignments still. And if you're working at a job, hopefully you could just focus on one thing at a time. And ultimately, a little chance to catch our breath before we kick off the second half of the semester. I had a chance to get caught up on grading, as you will see. And if you still have any assignments lingering, feel free to get them in. And if you're in this tricky situation where you're just trying to make it through, take a look at those points. And if there's a high point assignment that you have not submit, that's one of the ones you should work on. And otherwise, just stay with us as we make it through the semester. And I think you'll get something out of it still. So don't give up hope. A few of you in that situation have reached out to me, and hopefully the plan we've come up with works for you. Continue to keep me in the loop. I enjoyed reading your feedback on the anonymous MidSemester CheckIn, the survey. And there are a lot of good things said, a lot of kind words. And in general, almost everybody's really enjoying the class and finding that it's working out for you. And there were a lot of common themes, a lot of common threads. Let me take a look here at my notes. So for that first question, what is helping your learning in this class? Most people said anytime that I could make a video, it was really helpful. And I wish I could make 10 times as many. I can only do so many so fast. So I'll keep doing my best to provide you with these videos to help explain some concepts. And keep in mind that the videos are nice because you can pause, rewind, you can watch them later. If they're too long, you can play them on fast motion. 1.5 times the speed is pretty good. And if you're in a real hurry, put it on double speed. But otherwise, you can even put on subtitles and get a pretty good transcript most of the time. So I'll keep providing videos to you as I can, although they are very time-consuming to make, and my computer also is full. So I always have to delete something to make a new video. It takes a lot of space. But I know they're helpful, and so I'll keep making them. Any chance to get hands-on, people appreciate. And more than anything, people recognize that there's some pros to being online. There's some benefits. Being able to review things and go back and read things at your own pace and work at your own pace is a good thing. But also, the overwhelming majority of us recognize that just we're missing out on something by not being face-to-face. And unfortunately, that's beyond my control. But we have to do the best we can with what we've got. And I think a lot of things are working out really well. When it comes to what is hindering your learning in this class, it's the lack of face-to-face opportunities. And then more than anything, people said it's just their own schedule, either finding time in your schedule or procrastination, which we all face, or maybe it's your job. But squeezing this in to an already busy and sometimes chaotic life. There's no easy answers there, but the guidance that you have given yourselves in this survey is to just do a little bit at a time. Every day, just check on it. And you may check on it in the beginning, see what's due, and then procrastinate until the weekend. And if that's okay, if you need to do that, that's fine. But it's better if you can stay current and try to focus a little bit each day. You know that, I know that, and I encourage you to keep making that effort. It really does pay off. What could the instructor change to improve your learning? A lot of you said nothing, so I take that seriously. Thank you for the positive feedback. And a few of you had some really good suggestions. Some of those suggestions I can implement right away, and you may or may not even notice them. If you were one of the ones who suggested it, you might recognize it. There's some in here that were suggestions that may be good for one person but would not be good for everybody. So if you had a very specific recommendation regarding certain assignments that should be for credit versus extra credit, and that's related to a situation you have, please reach out to me and we can work out a deal where that is the deal for you. But otherwise, I don't want to disrupt the flow that we have. I think it's pretty good overall. And so if it works for the most people, that's what we're going to keep going with. But there are a few things in here that you may see some slight adjustments to that I think will be benefits to everybody. And then finally, what could you do differently to improve your learning in this class? And almost everybody said just, I need to devote more time, or I need to be a little more focused, or some people said I have some technical difficulties, which again, I can try to help you with from afar, but there's also other support resources on our homepage. But most people just said, you know what, I'm just going to keep plugging along, and there's not much wrong here, and I'm really enjoying the class. Most people are learning more than they expected to learn so far. And more than anything, I want to just continue with the really strong momentum that we have so far. So I've enjoyed this first half of the semester, and I look forward to the second half. And I'm learning a lot. I'm really enjoying seeing all of the contributions that you are making in the discussions, in the assignments, the photos that you submit, the contributions that you make when you participate in any of our lectures, readings, assignments. In some ways, it's different for me as well, face-to-face versus online. Online, I get to see everybody's submissions all at once, and they look so great as a big collage. And I get the value of seeing everybody's. And if I don't necessarily put feedback on every individual assignment, know that I see them, know that I'm assessing your progress and whether or not you're understanding. And if anybody's way off track, I'll step in and I'll clarify. I'll make sure that you're getting it right. But ultimately, I appreciate when I see back and forth conversation in the discussions. I see some of you answering each other's questions. And I see a really collaborative approach, which I think is really helpful. Not just in this time of the pandemic and being isolated, socially distant, but in general, a community really helps to support our learning. And so I appreciate your help to continue to build this community. I'll keep being right here with you as we plug along through this material. Hopefully you've now got an understanding of what the routine is. It's very simple. I want the format to just be so simple that nothing is confusing and you can focus on the information. And if any of these are extra interesting, you can dive in. You can get more information on your own. But for all of us, I'm covering the basics so that we can all stay up to speed. And by the end of this semester, you will be surprised with yourself at the new perspectives you have, the new experience you have, what you can see out there in the world, and how you add this to your understanding and how you can build the skills to become a horticulturist in San Diego. I hope you're enjoying everything, and please keep in touch. Use the Q&A discussion. Reach out to me in the Canvas inbox, and we'll be seeing you this week in the modules. Thanks a lot.